Right, without further ado, let me please introduce the deep expert-level discussion on topics, projects and activities with real impact. And the first person to introduce that will be Přemysl Šůcha, who will be talking about the NCUI, the National Center for Artificial Intelligence, the TAČR SIGMA Programme. And the floor is yours. Welcome, and give him a round of applause, please.
Thank you very much. Today I'd like to introduce a project that should show how we cooperate with industry, because that's very essential for us. This year we succeeded in a competition for a project which is founded by Technology Agency of the Czech Republic, specifically in program SIGMA. And our project, named National Center for Artificial Intelligence, was selected. It was the only project selected in artificial intelligence domain. It's a 6-year project starting this year. I'm the principal investigator, and the project is coordinated by the Czech Institute of Informatics, Robotics and Cybernetics. We have many partners. We have six universities. Czech Technical University with almost all faculties involved, University in Plzeň, University in Olomouc, Technical University in Brno, Technical University in Ostrava, and Charles University. On top of that, we have almost 30 industrial partners involving hospitals, public institutions, but mainly industry. What is the aim of the project? The aim is excellent research in artificial intelligence. We don't want to just apply existing state-of-the-art. We want to go really beyond. Nevertheless, output of this project are applications, and the applications are not defined by researchers at the university, but by the companies. So far we have about 100 applied results we want to and will achieve in this project, and all of them are defined by the industry. As you will see from the introduction of the project, we aim at interdisciplinarity and collaboration, because we really focus of this project aim at very large range of artificial intelligence application. And another important point in this project is science for policy. We have many public authorities involved in this project, and we want to deliver solutions and new ideas to them. Of course, important part of this project is communication of the results to the public, such that everybody has a profit from this project. We have 9 work packages, and to each work package we have industrial partners involved in. I'm sorry. First work package aims at the fundamentals of artificial intelligence, mainly the algorithms. So it covers applied algebra, geometry, game theory optimization, and also high-performance computing, which is crucial for machine learning. Second work package covers industrial artificial intelligence, which focus mainly on production optimization and other production processes, but it also aims at processes in healthcare, because healthcare and its organization should be treated as industry, because industry is better in organizing processes. Third work package is also related to production, but this one mostly focuses on machines. So it studies how to use artificial intelligence to improve their properties, like accuracy, reliability, and so on. So it's mainly focused on state prediction, improving their properties, optimization of the machine behavior. The fourth work package covers cybersecurity, and it studies how to design small machine learning models that can be used, for example, in cell phones, and concentrates on language models in environment with untrusted inputs, which is essential for security. Probably the largest work package concentrates on autonomous systems, where we want to concentrate on multi-modal sensing, meaning how to combine information from multiple sensors and use it for controlling autonomous systems, human-robot collaboration, and of course autonomous driving. We have many car manufacturers in the project. The sixth one concentrates on biomedicine and specifically on digital twin of patients and the use of the twin to personalize the treatment and interpretation of results. The seventh work package is energy, also crucial topic nowadays, and it covers transmission systems, their observability, optimization and reliability, and also concentrate on heat production and its efficiency. We also have construction sector, and the topics we want to cover is automatic monitoring of processes based on sensors and automatic understanding of 3D scans of buildings. The last one is focused on machine learning and multimodal systems and supports all the other work packages with machine learning and concentrates on languages, spoken languages, and visual information. To give you one example, what type of output we expect in this project, I have selected the one I'm working on because I can easily describe it. So it's an optimization of laboratory processes. We have a company which is one of the largest providers of such automation systems, and we have Bulovka Hospital as an end user of this technology. I believe that you will agree with me that the clinical laboratories are essential for diagnosis of people and the healthcare. And in many cases, the results must be provided quickly. If we take as an example a heart attack, imagine a person taken by an ambulance to a hospital with suspicion for a heart attack. One of the key information doctors need are results of laboratory tests, and they need to be done very quickly because every minute counts. So efficiency of laboratory processes is very important, but nevertheless there are currently many issues connected with laboratories. For example, responsibility for the sample, for example blood sample, is distributed. Doctors is taking the sample or nurse is taking the sample, then it's transported to the laboratory, so it's another body responsible for that. Then laboratory takes the sample, and no one sees this process as one. But the patients really mind the time from taking the sample until the result is announced, so it's not covered. There are issues with priorities. For example, the patient with the heart attack, his sample will be in the laboratory with high priority, but there will be also other samples with the same priority, but belonging to patients that are in stabilized situation in the hospital, and the laboratory won't be able to distinguish which one is more important, which is an issue for the patient with the heart attack. And there are many other issues like that. So in this project, we want to develop algorithms and data-driven and artificial intelligence-based method that will help with the design of the laboratory lines, optimize the entire processes such that the result will be delivered faster, and optimize the transport of samples. That's all for brief introduction for the project, and I'll be happy to answer any question. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, and please feel free to grab Přemysl and ask more details. I think this is exactly the bright future that we have in mind with the help of AI, you know, making our lives better and helping us survive and prevent disease, etc., etc. So it's wonderful that you're doing this, and it's amazing to see the diversity of partners that you've got in this project. So congratulations. Equally on that theme, and equally as impressive, is yet another system or project that we would like to show you, and it's a strategic initiative called AI Matters. I think we can all agree on that. In a nutshell, it's a testing and experimentation facility for AI in manufacturing. And the wonderful lady to talk to us about this is Valentina Ivanova, the Deputy Director of the CEA-List Institute. Welcome. It's great to have you. Please, a round of applause, and you have brightened up our day with your yellow ensemble. Thank you.
So, even yesterday, Vladimir started with its inauguration of this event about AI Matters. So AI Matters is also a project, but it's also, we hope it will be transformed in something more sustainable in the near future. It's something which we have to explore. I have heard a lot of titles of AI Matters, but we responded to a call of European Commission in the frame of Digital Europe program, where there was a call for 4 different TEFs, AI testing experimentation facilities in manufacturing, in agri-food, in health, and in smart cities. So CEA was leading the consortium for manufacturing, and there was also competing proposals, because at that moment there were not so many AI tools in 2022 when we were preparing, because nowadays it's horrible. There, even for the big projects like that, you have 30 proposals or 60 for one selected. That's really horrible, but we can speak in another session. So today I put smart manufacturing testing experimentation facilities that help European industry to grow in adoption of AI technologies, in developing new products. So AI Matters is so this is the agenda. I will speak later. AI Matters is a network of infrastructures. It's not a normal project, because we have our infrastructures, and we report on the infrastructures activities, and we report as a normal project with work packages. And that's not that easy to do this. It's 5 years project. We are on the 3.5 years. We have 1.5 year more to do this. And the Commission said it's 60 million. Actually, we received from the Commission only 30 million. The rest of 30 million was to be added by the member state. This co-funding is very hard task. The Commission opened the call and said, yeah, you have to co-fund. And some member states which signed we will co-fund, it was good. But that is not so easy. For example, in Czech Republic, the government decided to use RRF funding. This RRF is a Recovery Resilience Fund, which was created in 2021 by the member states to get a push of the European industries due to the COVID pandemic. So, okay, but RRF funding is ending at the end of 2026. So what will be that after? Nobody knows. But I hope the Czech government will find a solution. The other, so we have European funding and national, regional, or some partners, they do in kind. because they didn't receive any co-funding from their countries, so they do in kind. And so you see, this took a while to fix. But however, we were advancing because we have our project with our tasks. So you see, we try to be relatively geographically well spread, although there is a small gap, but we covered entire Europe. Like I met some people from Austria who were telling they benefit from Czech infrastructure here. It's good because they could serve the neighbor countries. Our partners in Greece, they serve also Turkey and Bulgarian companies. So, this is very important because the main aim of this project is to deliver services to SMEs mainly. We can deliver to the other companies, large industry, but in that case, when we deliver services, the large industrial groups, they have to pay the full price of the service. And this is not to make research. We are at high TRL, we have to deliver a product which is existing. So it's, as you see, a lot of our partners are RTO or technical universities. So we didn't have this experience. We had experience to work with large industrial groups. But we are learning in the movement because we don't have time. So that's, I don't want to say you the nice words of what we have to strengthen. We have to strengthen the European industry. The time is asking us to do it. And we serve in manufacturing is not one sector. It's covering all sectors. So as you see, I cannot, automotive space, mobility, textile, everything you can imagine, everything is made by, is manufactured by someone. So when we, I put this because I can say each 3 or 6 months there is a new European initiatives. And we are continuously asked to align with these new initiatives, although we are our project. We have to do something with AI factories. Yeah, what is the interface between EDIHs and the TEFs? We have to do something on AI on-demand platform. We have to do with edX, with regulations, you know. There is AI Act, which will be entering in regulation next year. So we are asked to work with the project EU-SCR because it's preparing the sandboxes for application of AI Act. So you see, it's very complicated, and there is about AI continent, I will speak later. So data spaces, after data spaces are coming AI factories, and later we speak about gigafactory. In this very complex European AI landscape, AI matters, it has its place. When we were prepared the proposal and our catalog for delivering services, we had to take into the account these 4 challenges. All our catalog is based on these 4 challenges. So we have to propose something in human-robot interaction, that it should be a safe collaboration with when we work with the robots and increasing the productivity. We also have services on factory-level optimizations, on circular economy. Today, you know, we have to we take, and Europe is very advanced in taking care about our environment and on recycling, reuse and everything. So we have services on circular economy. And of course, there are every day new technologies which are upcoming. So it's open for new upcoming enabling technologies, everything used with AI. So what are the services provided of AI matters? The services can be in prototyping and testing of artificial intelligence systems, testing in real-world environment. As you have seen the test bed here in Prague, it's like with the equipment used into the industry. Automatic route planning behavior, like dynamic real map generation, and robust protection against cyber attacks. You know, we are continuously also object of cyber attacks from different countries. When we started, of course, we prepared the catalog, but we had to prepare also a journey, how we can meet the customers. Because, you know, I always say it's not to buy the French baguette at the bakery. We have our services are available, but sometimes you have to combine some services, or you have to do a part of the service. So it's necessary that, and however, the SMEs, they are very busy. They don't have time to go to different dissemination events because they have to realize that they are less available than we are. So we have to go to their meeting and engage them. So we make an initial contact. After that, we sit down with experts and prepare the service what with. After that, we propose a contract. We can agree on this contract and on all financial aspects, because I will explain you, it's very difficult for the contracts. In 8 countries at 21 partners is 21 rules. It's very hard to do this. But however, we have some results. After that, we have service execution. The services, it's in manufacturing, it takes time. It's not 1 week, or for just the consultation takes time, but the service in manufacturing really takes time. And finally, we deliver final report for the concept, and we ask evaluation of our customers. So we care a lot about this, the testimonials, how do they receive. So we had a technical review, because after generative AI, there was Apply AI initiatives, which was published last October, and the Commission is asking, what are you doing in Apply AI initiatives? So it was provoked, not a regular review, but technical review, called technical review, in April this year. So for when we counted, probably only the leader of Czech knows better how many, and Fanny as well, how many services, but at least at April we had 206 contracts signed. I don't know whether it's good or not. We put a very high KPIs because we were ambitious when we prepared the proposal. The reality is a little bit different, but however, we are proud with these figures. And so we have to prepare the future. So we see we have under investigation and negotiating around 170 contracts, upcoming services. So we have signed, and we have, it took time to make the kickoff of the service delivering, preparing catalog, everything. So finally, since we started at month 18 with the delivering of the services. So since then, we have in the last 6 months really steady increase of our services. Almost more than 60 are already completed. And what is interesting, we say there are cross-border services. It's with the other countries, or it's also cross-sectorial services, because as I say, there are smart cities, agri-food, so we try, there are, we have our main target customer group are SMEs. That was in the call. We have to serve SMEs. So, but also so we have mainly of our customers are about 90% are SMEs. And I said it's a lot of large sectorial customers. Normally, it was said that should be for free. But in Digital Europe program, if I think everybody is wearing, it's we have only 7% overhead. So 7% does not cover enough. So we were allowed by the Commission to put our real overhead. So some services should be, some customers have to pay up to 25%. In some countries, the co-funding authorities is asking to be for free. Okay, that's what, this is really not interesting, what is the average. And there are de minimis of state aid. It's a very complicated situation, but however, we are proud. I spoke about challenges. It's about these 200 services delivered. You can see in which challenges you can share. I will not just will show you. We show a very interesting example. These are the examples we selected for the reviewers. There is a service of Czech note, of our Danish note, from French note, from Italian. We propose to the Commission these different examples of service delivered for the Czech companies mount, for Bumet in Brainport. So that's, I will not, it was for AGV robot cutting the area. So I will not explain you each service which was delivered. Everybody knows how in different cases working. So I said that I wanted to tell you that the Greek satellite is doing really good regional work with SMEs from Romania, from Bulgaria, from Turkey. Turkey is an associated country to Digital Europe, and as well as Ukraine. So these are our online references. If someone does not know AI matters, could look on our website and on our service catalogs. We have also in local languages, but I think everybody speaks English in our way. I can say I was listening a presentation in English mainly from French people from the Commission. I would prefer they speak French, but however, I think we lose when the United Kingdom left European Union. So that's all. You feel free to ask me questions even in the break. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Valentina. Sorry to have rushed you, but I think that there are very interesting information on here that we can learn from, and feel free to catch Valentina afterwards in French if you can. Moving swiftly on, we have the presentation of ELLIOT, the European Large Open Multimodal Foundation Models for Robust Generalization on Arbitrary Data Systems by Karla Štěpánová, who also is brightening us up with a beautiful address. Please, welcome.
Thank you for the introduction. Okay. Hello, everyone. I am here to introduce the ELLIOT project. We are moving from industry more to the research and the strategic initiative towards European research in multimodal foundation models. So it's a pan-European project trying to create trustworthy European foundation model. The co-PI on Czech side, the PI on Czech side is Josef Šivic, and co-PI is Vladimír Petrík and myself. And the motivation behind this project, why we try to create, is both on the research side and on the strategic side. So one thing which we see is that LLMs show remarkable performance. You can write code, you can generate human-like text, translate languages, deep research for literature review, and so on. You can also process images and understand physics from them and different consequences of your actions. You can generate by language higher level plans and so on. But the world is not limited only to text and images. So we try to move it forward with other modalities. We try to add their sensoric data, robotic data, understanding data which are on different scale of time and resolution, and therefore you have to process also different level of details and so on. So therefore, we try to create the next generation of open multimodal generalistic foundation model within the consortium. So that's the research perspective. And the second perspective is strategic. So as a Europe, we don't want to be dependent on big tech companies from US, from China, and so on. And we want to create our own model, which is built on European values, where we have specific demands on every country, for example, data, which we use for training these models. We want to have open models which everyone can build on, and we want to support our own industry with these models, because if we are dependent on the big models from US or China, we never know what the rules will change in next years. So the consortium is spread all over the whole Europe, and there are both the research partners, then we have HPC, big computation centers, and we have also several industrial partners, and also it's the industry per se, it's like mainly a research project. We still want to show that the research is transferring to industry and it can really help European SMEs. So there was a very strict demand on European ownership of the industries which took part in this project, for example. So that's some numbers about the budget. I would like to mention that it's also not only initiative. As you heard, there are several other projects, and on the research side, for example, there is Open LLM project, which is led by Professor Hajc from Charles University, and interestingly, the HPC center in supercomputing center in Jülich is also involved in that project. So we try to merge the efforts, and of course, how you process the data, how you clean the data, how you fine-tune and pre-train, then the methods are as much as possible shared. Of course, Open LLM is mainly focused on language-based models. We are focused on the multimodal models, but the first step is always the language and vision, and there you can compare to other foundation models. So we try to create the open multimodal generalistic foundation model, which are strong and enable robust generalization. So you have basic model, which is pre-trained, and then you can fine-tune it for specific downstream tasks. So the basic model should be able to process different types of modalities. And then, for example, when you are able to process vision data, you try to fine-tune it for segmentation of the object. Similar for robotic data, you have pre-trained model for time series data, which are consistent in time and so on, and then you try to fine-tune it for specific proprioception, robotic data, and then you fine-tune it even more for the specific use case, which is in our case surface treatment. Multimodality support, as I said, is the important part, and also long horizon reasoning. So the data are in time and different time resolution. So for example, satellite images come from history over 100 years, and then they have different resolution in different times. So you try to reason over those data and also fill the missing gap. Open training data sets and pipelines are very important, that we enable fully reproducibility at scale. And this is what I already mentioned, the strategic dependency and therefore European AI sovereignty. Important part is the trustworthy by design. So we really care about how the data come in and how we clean them, how we label them basically with what they are, privacy issue with this data and so on, which enables then when you have a specific application and you need to take only specific types of data to train on these. This is just the overview of the project, and however, what is important, Czech Technical University is involved in two parts. One is the use case on robotic surface treatment, and second is on safety and security. So the data collection, basically we have the common web crawling, and then we try to create some clean crawl, which is cleaned from the data which are not ethical or not following the GDPR and EU AI Act, and we have methods for generate more data, and then also the data which we use for pre-training should cover different modalities. Then the training and fine-tuning is a large-scale training which we deal not only about the computational power but also about the data storage, which is important. So if you want to pre-train the model, you need in Europe a big storage, which is not that easy to find out and share among the consortium. We are very much interested in new research in fine-tuning methods for test time adaptation and adaptation to new data coming from, for example, human demonstration or from robotic use cases. And there is a development cycle every 6 months, basically sharing the results among the work packages. As you see, we have several application domains which are covering both the different types of modalities and also different downstream tasks so that we can perform this. I want to just briefly mention our robot perception task. So the task is about surface treatment, and we are there involved is the Robot Twin startup from Czech Republic, and which is also originating startup from Czech Technical University, and the goal is basically learn from human demonstrations and from the model of the object where the robot should pre-code the object before some automated painting comes in. And okay, I think that, okay, thanks. And I wanted, in the end, to highlight that the models which we currently have are, for robotics perception, are based on big models where we have a lot of teleoperation data. And on these, we can train for, hopefully, new tasks. However, when it, we can skip this, and it shows like remarkable performance in various bimanual tasks, which have to share a lot of things with the pre-training and the training data, which is important. So then when it comes to new conditions and you have new different lighting, you change the object, you change the position of cameras and so on, and then then what happens, these models might actually succeed or fail depending on what is the setup. So for example, so here we are involved in evaluating these models and seeing which changes in environment are affecting the results. I will skip this, and this is like last slide, just to show that we are also like closely working with the robot wind company on the specific use case where the model should take the CAD models of the object and the demonstrated trajectories and learn how to basically paint it autonomously. Okay, so I think that's it, and thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That's fantastic. It made me think of that internet meme of how we hoped that robots would automate like the washing up of dishes and things, and instead they're doing art for us. This actually gives us the opportunity for it to automate the washing of dishes. So
everyone says that they want this cleaning robot, like, let's see.
Exactly. Thank you for making that a reality. Thank you, Karla. Right, last but not least, before the panel session and before Wolfgang has to leave us at 11:15, so we have to be sharp, but we cannot miss out on Petr Kadera, who will be talking to us about the Czech AI Factory. I'm personally very, very excited about this. The floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you for the nice introduction, Sarah. So, I promise I'll try to be brief, because we are a bit behind the schedule. So, my task is to introduce to you Czech AI Factory, a new project which brings us to the map of EuroHPC as a Czech Republic, and what's very good is the timing. So, first thing, so we are end of the RICAIP project, I want to mention it here, and the foundations, the equipment brings a great opportunity to show how AI interacting with physical world, with physical machine can move us forward. Also, from the geopolitics perspective, Karla mentioned that we need to have the sovereignty in the models we are using. We need to have models in our hands, and we can't make the models without computational power, so we need to have a compute infrastructure. And let's jump into the topic. So we are opening the new era of AI. The first era, it was when we use AI to understand data, to detect anomalies. The second era was the generative AI, when we have so big models that we were able to predict new characters in text. We were able to propose an image that corresponds to the textual description. But now we can go further. We don't need to base the AI system just on what has been already digitalized, that was represented in digital world, like text or images, but we can have the AI interacting directly with physical system to understand deep physical principles that form the reality we are living. So, what's the project? It's quite big project in the size, about the size of RICAIP, so 1 billion Czech crowns budget. Half of the budget goes to infrastructure. So the coordinator of the project, Technical University of Ostrava, is building for 20 million euros Carolina supercomputer. And the second half goes to building the capabilities, the services, which are provided by 6 partners. So I mentioned Technical University in Ostrava, then ourselves, CTU, Charles University, IOCB, Technical University in Brno, and NDRC Institute. So the plan is to build quite massive computational power, 850 petaflops in a computational power, but which will live in the same area as the famous Czech supercomputer Carolina. It will take some time. It's rather complicated now to buy new chips. The good news is that it's exactly 5 years when the Carolina supercomputer was opened, and this month, the EuroHPC is returning 35% of the computational power to Ostrava, and it will be no use for the task driven by Czech AI Factory. So we are ready to support you with the compute. We have the equipment. We need to train new models. So, as I mentioned, 2 halves, compute power and the AI services. So, to be more specific, what you can expect from us, I will start with services that we already have in our hands and we are offering to our users. Know that we started just 1 month and 2 days ago. So the first thing I will mention is how the AI is helping to design new protein structures. This is the effort driven mostly by the team of Josef Šivec. And we have already in our hands services we can provide to pharma companies or research teams that enable to predict from the structure of a protein the behaviors of the molecule. You can imagine the protein like a spring structure, and for the effect of this protein in a biological system, it's important to understand how the system of springs behave, where is the flexibility. The models that were developed here are very successful in predicting these behaviors and can dramatically speed up the process of finding new drugs. But surprisingly, we can generalize these approaches and we can use it also in control of high-end, precise manufacturing processes when we need to understand the material, the behavior of laser cutters, or very accurate machines working with some specific materials. So we are also able to combine the data sets from production with knowledge we have about the processes, and also to generate the new data sets as we need for specific machines. So we connect directly the AI algorithms with physical machines. So we are aiming at 5 sectors, but we are not limited to these 5 sectors. First is manufacturing. The second, health and life sciences. The third one, energy. Here I would highlight one more service. So we are offering to our customers the most accurate meteorological models that are very valuable, for instance, for owners of photovoltaic power plants, because they can predict what's gonna be the performance of the system like in the next 15-minute window. Future mobility, autonomous driving systems, and so on, and also cybersecurity, very important topic in these days. So our main role is to utilize the equipment, the machines, the know-how we have in manufacturing here, and scale it up to the nation to provide the results from the laboratories to industry and move forward the innovations in real world. Czech AI Factory wouldn't be much weaker if there isn't a synergy with other projects that were mentioned. So National Center of Artificial Intelligence brings the strong use cases and connection to real production. AI methods help us to build new testing experimentation facilities. For instance, the Smart Grid Laboratory we are about to finish in 2 weeks, and ELLIOT projects building the unique models we have control on. So, thank you for your attention. If you have any question, don't hesitate to contact me.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Petr. And I have to say, when I realized that you'll be on this project, and I'll be on the project as well, I was very excited. It is great to have you. It's a great honor.